Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. For those who are new here, hello. My name is Dion. I'm a photographer, and I want you guys to go to my IG, go to my Twitter, check out my work, see what I do. It's all linked below for your convenience. And today is a very special day. Now, normally I do my photo shoot reviews with the K-pop idols, their magazine photo shoots and their comeback teaser concept photos. But today I thought I would start a review series on the Thai actors. You know, so many Thai actors come out every year to do these new shows and stuff, and obviously they do a press run and they have mostly editorial stuff for magazines. They don't have like the K-pop idol roll out with the concept photos usually. So they have magazines. And I was like, you know what? I might as well add them to my little series. You know what I mean? And today I want to start with Max and Tul from their shoot they did for Attitude magazine a few years ago. It was very iconic. It was everywhere, all over Tumblr. It was everywhere. And I decided to do this shoot first because I actually got the chance to meet Tul. So here's the story. For those who want to know the story, basically, Tul has been in New York City, which is where I am, and he graduated college. And for his graduation day, he basically did a meet and greet. He said, if you guys want to come, take pictures, hang out, I'll be here from this time to this time, come through. So I decided to go. Now, I was invited to go to a barbecue that same day. So I was like, oh, perfect. My barbecue, the time for barbecue is until 6, so I can go to the city and meet Tool and then go to my barbecue, which is what I did. But basically, I'm coming from Brooklyn to go to Manhattan to come back to Brooklyn for the barbecue. So I was like, okay, it's going to be like a round trip, but it's fine. I had no other plans that day, so like work. So I get on the train and I run into a little issue. The L train, which is the train, one of the trains that comes from you can get from Brooklyn to the city to Manhattan. It stopped 2 stops before the stop I need to get off to transfer, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Mind you, he said on his post 2 p.m. was the start time of the little hangout, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's 2:30 now. Like I'm still on this train." Or not, I have to get off this train to find other ways there. And it was annoying. It was so annoying. But I ended up getting off at the right stop. Finally, I had to go, I had to walk, go to a different train. It was a lot. It was a lot of work, y'all. But I finally got there to Columbia University. Now, I didn't know where to go. I never been to the school before. I might have passed it one time. I've never been inside on the campus, so I was not sure. So I was like walking around almost aimlessly, and I remember where he said to go, and so I put in Google Maps, and I went, and I followed, and I was like, okay, I don't know where he at. I don't know I don't see none of the fans. I don't know what's going on. I'm seeing all these students here with their families and friends, and it's celebrating. They got food out. It was a whole thing, but I was like, I don't know where it's at. So I'm just walking around aimlessly, and I just happen to go over, and I see someone, because I know people were posting photos and videos. I remember seeing this girl. I see the back of her shirt. I was like, oh, that's old girl. Let me go over there where she's at, because I see her. So I go over there, and there he was, Tuliana, aka Tyler. And why was I approaching, getting closer, and my stomach was turning into knots? I mean, I've only met a handful of like celebrities and whatnot in my day, but I've never felt so anxious. I want to chalk it up to me being hungry because of the barbecue I was going to that day. I didn't eat that much, so I was like, okay, let me not eat because I'm about to eat at this barbecue. So like, I only had like, what did I have that day? I forgot. It wasn't a lot of food, so I wanted to leave room. So I guess my stomach was in knots because I was hungry, but I was also nervous. And I get there, I see a sister. I don't recognize anybody else there, like family wise, that was there, or even his friends that came from Thailand. I don't recognize none of them but his sister. And she gave me a nice little smile. She was so nice. I didn't get to talk to her, but she gave me a nice smile. She gave me friendly energy. So I'll go up to him because I noticed there were a lot of fans there, but they were just hanging out away from him. I'm assuming they already kikied with him and already took their pictures and videos they did already. They're just hanging out just to hang out. So I go up and he's like, "Oh, hey, thank you so much for coming." And I was like, "Thank you so much for having us." and we took our pictures and I was like, "Oh, how long are you going to be here?" He was like, "Oh, for this amount of time." I was like, "Well, I'm a photographer." He's like, "Oh, let me see your work." So I saw my IG. He's like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good. I want to do something like this. What's your IG?" And I give him my IG, and he put it in his phone, and then he decides to say my name, my whole government, which is DeAndre. He's like, "DeAndre?" And I was like, "Yes." But people call me Deon, it's a little bit easier, but you can call me DeAndre if you want. It's like, "Oh, I love this." He was like, "Yeah, let me get my body looking right, and we can do a shoot." And I was like, "Oh, right." And then for some reason, well, I know the reason, but he followed me. He followed me on IG, and I was like, "Not Tool following me." No. And I thanked him for his time. He thanked me again for coming. And I said I would see him later. And that was that. And I had to head over to my barbecue. But he was very, 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 very nice. I will say. Big old smile, friendly to everybody. There was this dog there he was playing with. I'm not sure if it was his dog or someone else's. But he had very good energy. I wish I could hang out and chit chat more, but I had to go. But I really hope I get to reunite with him again because he was a very nice individual. And yeah, that's my story on me meeting Tool. And yeah, let's get into these photos. First photo of Max and Tool for Attitude. This photo was it. I understand why the other picture was chosen for the cover, but this also could have been the cover as well. Hold on. This is everything. The lighting is everything. Them cheekbones. I wish I would photograph this shoot. I would have ate this shoot up. Don't get me wrong, the photographer, the team behind it, they did eat this shoot up as well. I just know I would have eaten up it as well, and I wish I would have shot this because I love this image. The composition, the posing, the framing of it, everything about this is a 10 out of 10 for me. I really do like this. I love, love, love the shadows. You see on Max's face, his cheekbones are cheeking, it's carved out. I love how the shadows coming down, and then even on Tool's face, the way there's more light on the side of his face, so there's not much definition. But since the shadows are on this side, you can see the sharpening of his cheekbones with the shadows on that side. The abs are abbing. This is such a great photo. It really sells the fantasy of their. I don't know. I'm not sure if this came out before Together with Me in the next chapter or after Together with Me. Like, cause you know how like they do press stuff after the show's out or like right before. I'm not sure what the timeline is for this, but they were looking snatched. Cause I remember in what's the Bromance, right? Bromance is that a show? No. What was the show that was before Together with Me? That show. They were like really twinky in their frames, and then you get to Together with Me, which is supposed to be a prequel. They are like jacked like this. I'm like, something's wrong with the timeline, but also we don't count that first show because it was Crunch Crunch. But yeah, I like this photo. Next, we have the iconic cover of their shoot. First of all, Tool needs to wear his hair up more often because this is a serve. Give us more of that forehead, Tool. Give us more forehead on because this on this day, it was giving, and I can see why they chose this photo as the cover. I mean, the water, they're wet, they're together, the lighting, the framing. I think yeah, the motorcycles are here. Okay, it says Together with Me the series. Okay, so it wasn't for next chapter. It was for Together the series. Okay, got it. Um, this photo ends all photos. It's so good. It is so good. I like that Tool's eyebrows are like burrowed in. I always do that on my photo shoots. I like having the models have their eyebrows kind of come in, give me a little angry face, exhale through the mouth. So I immediately love that. And then just how they caught so much water behind them. But it's not on. It's behind them. It's not on them. Of course, they're wet, obviously, but it's coming from behind. And I like that. I might want to try that. I might want to try something where like the people I'm shooting they're wet, but like all the water you see in the photo is behind. Because I like how this looks. Definitely cover worthy. Next photo. This is really giving the girls homoerotica. This is very much Amber Finch ad vibes. the splashing of the water on him. Their boobs are so big, especially Max's. His boobs are big, pectorials. The smiles, it's queer, y'all. It's very queer. This photo. Where they at though? I feel like I might have seen behind the scenes video back in the day of this shoot, but I don't remember. I remember them on the motorcycle. Like I remember on like maybe IG they posted a video or something, but I don't remember if they were like on a campus or a mansion. Like where's this shot at? I'm very curious. I probably go see the behind the scenes because I want to know. Next photo again, very much queer love story vibe, very Abercrombie with these jeans. I wonder how they worked out because their abs on this day were cobblestone. Like they snatched, snatched. Also, because obviously this last photo and this photo, they're like smiling, giggling. I wonder if like it's all an act because you can act like you're just like, oh, capture the moment, tee hee. But sometimes you capture that moment and it really is candid. Like someone's making a joke and you're chit chatting, you're talking. It's to get the same effect, but it's more genuine. I wonder if this is one of those moments because sometimes you can't really tell by the photo. Sometimes you can like you can tell like you're laughing over a bowl of salad. It's not that funny, but sometimes you really are kikiing with them. And sorry, I'm watching CSI as well, and that guy from Scream is on here, who played Cotton in Scream, the first two movies. Okay, he was in the third one too, but he died in the third one. But he's on the show. Anyways, I like this photo. Next photo, I do not remember this photo at all. Back when this shoot was released, maybe I wasn't paying attention. I'm not reviewing every photo of this photo shoot, but there's tons of photos during this photo shoot that I found that I did not even know of. There's solo shots. They have a bunch of solo shots of each of the. Well, I guess you would have seen the whole story if you got the magazine. Maybe that's why. And we probably didn't get these other photos until later on, until after the fact. So that's why I didn't never see these photos. But I do like this. I do think the lighting is a bit bright. I would have turned it down like a scotch. But other than that, I really like this photo. I like the composition. Max and Tul are vascular. Y'all see the veins in their hands? Oh my god, that blood was pumping. I'm pretty sure they did like push-ups or something before they shot the photos. I'm pretty sure they did. I like this. Next, we have another photo I've never seen until I download these photos for this video. It really again sells the fantasy of them being a couple. It's very interesting because Together with Me was messy. Tul's character had his girlfriend and he was basically cheating on her with him. It was a mess. And then like she became the villain, so like you kind of root for these two, but like everyone was wrong in this scenario, especially when she hired goons to beat up Max and like it was a lot. They even beat up Tul, didn't they beat up like from what I remember in Together with Me? Did they both got beat up that one day? It was wild. That show was wild. And then so and so's cousin was a doctor and he was a creep. And it was just Together with Me was a fever dream. But I remember it being like the first boys love series where I see that the characters are really making out. The first I seen where the characters actors were this kind of build, because typically they have like a twink vibe to the actors. It goes along with the boys love blueprint. Tall, thin, pale, lovers. That's how it is. There is a height difference, and there is one is a little bit more feminine than the other, but other than that, it's a certain body type that goes with the standard. And then for this show to come out where they're built guys, they're around the same height, they kind of have the same vibe, kind of look like each other at least body type wise. And then on top of that, them making out and busting down. We ain't never seen that before. I mean, American shows we have, but like in the queer Asian dramas that were coming out, it was very young, twinkie type, and then like dead fish kisses. Together with Me, Max and Tul are out here making out on the regular, busting down, and I was like, "Excuse me." I was gooped and gagged. Next image, another photo I've never seen until today. This one's just fine. I'm not really. It's giving very much CW photo shoot, promo photo shoot. That's the vibe I'm getting. What's the boys from that show? Supernatural. The brothers is giving very much that, or is giving a promo shot for like Smallville, because you know Smallville is very like homoerotic. It's giving very much that. It's fine. I'm not like living, but like it's not terrible either. I do like the shadows on their faces though. A lot actually, especially on Max's face. Last but certainly not least, this photo. Now I have seen this photo. I thought this photo was so good. I'm a big fan of the blown out background. I've done shots similar to this before. And I'm here for it. I'm here for this. The close body, the lighting, the whole jean underwear showing, giving very much Calvin Klein vibes. It's very, I like that. I like that a lot actually. Next to the cover shot, it's probably one of my favorites. Probably my favorite. Actually, now that we're at the end, let's figure out which shot is our favorite. It's between this one, the cover shot, and the other one of them laying down. I'm gonna go with the cover shot here. Yeah, I just picture, and I really love Tool's hair up, and he needs to do this more often. If I do shoot him, we're gonna push that hair back. We're gonna push that hair back because the forehead is a serve. Come on, Tool. Come on, give us forehead. Give us wet, wet. I like this, y'all. All right, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this photo shoot below. Let me know if there's any actors and idols you have met before. Tell me a story. Let me know. If you like this video, give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.